Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Courtney Ryan, and today we are reacting to a TikTok that honestly was refreshing for me to hear, so I think it could be for a lot of you as well. A lot of content online is pretty doom and gloom or just highlights problems or negatives rather than positives and solutions, and I think it's important to make sure we keep a healthy balance of both. So let's watch this together, and I'd like to share some thoughts with you after, per usual. But before we watch, big thanks to Factor for sponsoring today's video. Factor makes meeting your nutrition goals easier than ever by delivering fresh, never frozen, dietitian-approved meals right to your doorstep. Their team of gourmet chefs create each meal using only ingredients with integrity to help you feel your best all day long. This bustling holiday season, you might be looking for nutritious, flavorful meals to fuel you on jam-packed days. Factor, which is America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service, can help you eat well for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You'll save time and stay on track with your healthy lifestyle while tackling all of your holiday to-dos. Skip the stress of meal prepping over the holidays with Factor. Prioritizing my health and wellness is a top priority for me. Factor saves me so much time and is my go-to lunch when I just don't want to cook during the day and lose focus on getting my work done. They have so many nutritious options for keeping my fridge well stocked and offer options that make it easy to stick to my wellness goals. I am obsessed. I've put so many people in my life onto Factor, so I'm happy to share them here with all of you too. Head to factor75.com or click the link below to use code Courtney50 to get 50% off of your first Factor box. Okay, now time to react.
Everybody's not unhappy, and everybody is not headed for divorce. Everybody is not in the middle of some type of drama in their marriage or relationship. And everybody is not being cheated on. Like, there are some men and women that are good and faithful. There are husbands that cannot wait to get home to their wives, and they're not out here trying to bed everything that moves. Their wife is good enough for them. She's enough for them. And there are some women that cannot wait to cook for, clean for, and serve their husbands, and they love everything about him. Just because you have not seen it for yourself or experienced it, or maybe because you've had bad experiences, does not mean that good, loving relationships are not true and not real. You just haven't come across one yet. You just haven't had one yet. And since people are so bold right now about trying to prove that good men and women don't exist, that happy marriages are fake, since people are so bold about it, I challenge those of you that are blessed enough to be in amazing relationships to be loud about it. You don't have to dumb down. Share your don't hide your happy. I'm not hiding my happy. And in this season, if me being happy agitates you, you might want to unfollow me in this season because I'm not hiding my happy.
See, wasn't that just a feel-good, positive, uplifting video? I'm in the holiday spirit. I'm really trying to spread joy in this season. So I hope that all made you feel a little bit hopeful and better about life and about people and about dating. It did for me. With that being said, the first thing I want to talk about is that there are good people and good relationships. And what she says is so true. Just because you haven't seen it, maybe through watching other people's relationships in your life, whether that be your parents or your friends, or maybe you've had bad experiences yourself, that doesn't mean that good, loving relationships aren't real. They are real, I promise. There are men and women out there who are looking for the same things that you are, who want to be in a healthy, happy relationship, who are working so hard on themselves and trying to be the kind of partner that the person they want to be with would want to be with too. I see this every day in my comment section and my DMs from both men and women. I see it firsthand. Now I see the opposite side too. I see the negatives, but I see the positives. So as much as I believe it's important to call out poor behavior and to highlight things that, men and women could improve on, I think it's also important to acknowledge the things that we're doing well too. To acknowledge the fact that there are good people and good relationships out there as well. And this is one of the many bones to pick that I have with the internet. This whole being chronically online and being chronically negative thing. I think people often go to extremes. They go to one extreme or the other, and they don't find a balance in the middle, and they don't leave room for nuance, and they don't leave room for the human experience. And again, they really resort to the extremes. And I know why. I know exactly why. It's what gets views, it's what gets clicks, it's what gets people fired up, it's what makes a video go viral, it's what gets you that money. As a creator, I have watched this firsthand. But for viewers, if you're someone who's chronically online consuming this negative content, that's going to impact your worldview. That's going to impact the way that you view dating, relationships, men, women. The content that you consume is important. The people you follow, the people you look up to, the people you view as a role model is so important. I think people don't realize the impact of this. And of course, I think people are often more bold about what they don't like, the negatives, the bad experiences, instead of what they do like, or the positives, or the good experiences. And again, I can tell you firsthand, just from the performance of my own content, typically the more negative videos, things like red flags, reacting to a controversial video. Sometimes I have to play into the game a little bit to get views. This is my livelihood here. But if you watch the content of my video, I think it's often a bit different than sometimes what the thumbnail or the title might make you think when you click on it. But that's because I want to get people in here and give them a different perspective. When you watch my video of who has it worse in dating, single men or single women, maybe you clicked on it expecting me to pander and grift and to reinforce your horrible beliefs about women and say that, men have it so much worse. But I didn't do that. I think I gave a really balanced, logical perspective and shared both sides as I try to do. Now, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. All right, I've done things in the past that didn't land the way that I wanted them to, so I've stopped doing them. I'm protecting my peace these days. Everything comes with a price, and if it costs you your peace, it costs too much. That's what I've learned making content. But anyway, often the negative, controversial videos perform way better than the positive or refreshing ones do. I did videos about habits that destroy relationships, and then I did another video about habits that build healthy relationships. Which one do you think did better? The one about habits that destroy relationships. Why? Because of negativity bias. And it makes sense. This is an attempt to protect ourselves and keep ourselves safe, but it can also lead us down a dangerous path if we don't realize that we're doing it. If you're someone who is constantly consuming negative content that's trying to convince you that all men or all women are bad, that happy marriages don't exist and you should never get married, you should never have a relationship, you should never talk to women, or whatever it is, maybe it's content that's always blaming someone else for the problems instead of encouraging you to set your ego aside and take a look at yourself. This won't help your dating life or your relationships. It will only reinforce your negative beliefs. Being chronically negative or chronically positive aren't healthy. There is such thing as toxic negativity and toxic positivity. You need a balance. And balance is something that so much of the world is missing. And the negative voices are often the loudest. And keep in mind, there are plenty of wonderful people out there in lovely relationships who simply choose to protect their peace and keep it off of the internet, which is smart. There are people who live a normal, private, peaceful life. You might not think that exists because you don't see it online. Maybe you've never seen it in your own life or you've never personally experienced it, so you think it's not real. But as I said earlier in the video, I promise that it's real. I promise there are normal, balanced people out there. I think a lot of you who watch me are like that. Now, who's typically the loudest in the comment sections? The people who go to extremes. The people who are overly negative. It's just the way that it is, right? When I read through my comments and there's thousands of sweet, lovely, amazing comments, and there's a couple negative ones, which ones do I fixate on? The negative ones. That's human nature, right? So I get it. I'm guilty of it too. And I'm also not saying that there are perfect relationships by any means. Perfect doesn't exist. There will always be compromises that need to be made, tough conversations and conflicts that need to be resolved, etc. But a healthy relationship is able to do all of those things with empathy, with mutual respect, and the conscious effort to put in the work, because love is not just a feeling. Feelings are fleeting. Love is a choice, too. There are a lot of people out there who do understand that. Although there are a lot of people who I believe are not equipped with the skills to be in a healthy relationship, but there are a lot of people who are actively trying to work on that and heal themselves and grow and evolve so that they can be the partner that they seek, right? So a little homework assignment, or something that I would really encourage all of you to do, is to monitor who you're following or looking up to online. Take your role models seriously. Take the content you're consuming seriously because it impacts you far more than you might realize. And look at the screen time on your phone while you're at it, because that will shock you. It appalled me. You know, if you're someone watching right now who wants to be in a healthy relationship, I would say that maybe following guys or gals who are telling you that all women are trash or who are promoting hookup culture, that probably isn't the best type of person for you to be following, because that doesn't align at all with what you want or what you're looking for. Maybe you should instead follow people who are in healthy relationships. And of course, we don't know what goes on behind closed doors. But I think we should stop assuming that good relationships don't exist, like she said. Or that if someone does look happy online, that it's fake. Not everyone is in drama. Not everyone is unhappy. Not everyone is depressed. Not everyone hates their life. Not everyone hates their partner. A lot of people are actually happy. Instead of assuming the worst all the time, maybe we should start following people who inspire us to see the best in things. And just for the sake of spreading joy, if you're someone who's in a happy, healthy relationship, whether it be in the dating stages or you've been married for years and years and years, I would love for you to share your experience down in the comments. I would personally love to see some positivity and words of encouragement, and I'm sure some other people could really benefit from that as well. And I'll also be a little vulnerable and share this. I don't really share my relationship online because I like to keep things private, not secret. Most people know who my husband is, but just private. People can just be really cruel. You give people a little glimpse and they make all these assumptions and they think that they know you from a short clip. And I've just decided to protect my peace. I value my privacy. But I think a big reason why I'm able to give the advice that I do to all of you is because of the wonderful and secure relationship that I have with my husband. And also because the better Courtney that I become, the better my relationship gets with my husband and with everyone else in my life. And that's why I always tell you guys that it's really important to make sure that you're doing the work to be the partner that you seek. I really want the best for you guys, and so I wanted to share a little bit of positivity in the reaction video today. And again, I hope you all feel a little bit better now than when you got here. Good people and good relationships exist. Healthy marriages exist. The world is not all bad. I know that's what is the loudest. I know that's probably what you see the most of, but it's not the full picture. Just a friendly reminder, happy holidays, love you guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments. If you like this video or found it helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to be in the loop for when I release new content. If you haven't already, be sure to follow me over on Instagram at Courtney Christine Ryan. I love connecting with all of you guys over on there as well. Also, be sure to go follow my other YouTube channel while you're at it. I just share a little bit more of my personal life on there. I do vlogs, fashion content, fragrance, a bunch of stuff that's just very different than the content that I make here, but I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I've been loving connecting with you guys over on that channel as well. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.